Unlike any other restaurant in Kenya's capital city, Nairobi,
my name is San Bugwa, and I'm a director of Bridges Organic Health Restaurant. Yes, and you are now in Bridges Organic Health Restaurant, an organic health food restaurant in the CBD, specifically along Tubman Road.
Bridges Restaurant has a different menu list aimed at improving and maintaining proper human health. The organic restaurant was started with the notion of nurturing people to have healthy foods. But how did it all begin?
This idea started some years ago. In fact, I would say specifically around the year 2005. That's when I was just thinking of retiring from legal practice, and I was thinking of what next to do. And by that time, my family was also going through a lot of challenges. My parents, my grandparents, and my uncles, most of them were suffering from diabetes. I don't know why it just hit the whole family. It was one case after the other, and they also started just dying off from that ailment. And I realized that this was going to be my condition also in a few years' time, since you were next on the line. And around that time, an opportunity to start a restaurant came up. Specifically, my husband found the space, and asked whether I would like to run a restaurant. I said yes, but the kind of food I would want to prepare or to sell to people would be food that would help them support their nutritional needs. And that's how it started off. And around that time also, there was, I had gotten into knowing people like Kenya Institute of Organic Farmers. That's a college that trains farmers on how to farm organically. And through the same connection, I also got to know Kenya Organic Agriculture Network. That's in short, KOAN. That's the national networking organization that assists farmers who are growing food organically to market them. We registered to be members of KOAN, and through that network, we are able now to interact with farmers and get supplies for what we need. So basically, that's how it started. It was born from a need to provide health organic food to the community in the city center. Because around that time, just before I returned from the legal practice, one would go around and look for some food that would be really supportive of the ideas that I had developed in me of having a healthy meal and supporting my health with the good meals in the city center. And then there was a serious shortage of that, and I thought that was a gap that needed to be filled. And also at the same time disseminate information that food is life, and you can either kill or give yourself life with food.
We may seem to all need these organic foods, but who was Mbugwa's main target audience, and how has the idea been received?
The market has been fairly good, I cannot complain, and those who have come to know of our existence have appreciated our food. And actually it gives us a lot of satisfaction when somebody comes and says, because of keeping to our diets or the kind of food we are offering, they have been able to improve their lifestyle and their health condition has improved. Actually, what we also do, we also retain an in-house nutritionist, because as you heard, my background is not in nutrition or hospitality. It was just a passion that I have, that we should step in the gap for some of these problems that we are seeing in society. So I retain a nutritionist as one of the members of staff, and her work is basically just to give nutritional advice for free to customers. And she also prepares meal plans for those who are interested. She also has a detox program, a detoxification program, using our organic natural juices. We are targeting everybody, but mostly the young lady in the age bracket between say 25 and 45, because those are the ladies who are getting into the family way and starting families. They have young families, so they have children to take care of, and they have an impact and they influence what meals are made in their homes. On and above that, as they grow older, their parents are also growing older, so they have an influence on what their parents' lifestyle can be, because they are the support system. So we are basically targeting that lady, because we feel once the woman is empowered, because we also disseminate a lot of information. We have health talks, we have cookery classes run by our Extreme Wellness Club that is run by our nutritionist. And through those interactions, we empower the ladies, the young ladies, to seize control of what their families are eating and to make those changes which we feel are necessary at this point in time in our society.
Even though organic foods already sounds as the most interesting thing about the restaurant, what is so unique about Bridges?
I would say it's not very expensive. If you look at our prices, if you have a chance to look at our menu, you'll find our prices are in the range of most of the restaurants around, maybe in the category of people like Java, but cheaper than maybe the next restaurant like CJ's, we are slightly lower. So we have also been working with our farmers. Remember, we rely on farmers. We are not farming here. So we are relying on farmers out there in the field. So what we do is we have a lot of forums organized by COAN, whereby the stakeholders meet regularly. Like last Friday, I was in a meeting in Thika organized by COAN for farmers. We are just trying to make the whole system more efficient so that whatever the farmers are growing finds its way into the market in a more efficient way, so that even as we tell people about changing their lifestyle to eating organic, you realize organic is totally different from health. I can say I'm eating a health sukuma wiki or a health lettuce, which has been grown by using chemical fertilizers and other herbicides and pesticides, chemicalized. And I feel like I've eaten a healthy meal. But if that vegetable or fruit is laced with chemicals, you find there's a whole world of difference, because not only am I eating the vegetable, I'm also ingesting the chemicals. The body has no use for chemicals. So what happens, it goes to create other issues in the body. And I'm sure you must have heard of Roundup, the pesticide that is killing people left, right, and center, especially in the first one, because that's where information is coming from. So it's actually banned out there, but here our farmers are still using it. So if a farmer is using it on his spinach, not only is he injuring himself, because it's a very, very toxic pesticide, he's also injuring the people who are consuming that product. So the gospel we are preaching is that we go back to our old traditional farming methods, so that we can have really not only food security, but also food safety, because I think that is key. There's no use of feeding your masses, and then 3/4 of them end up in hospitals, not productive and costing the economy even more.
With the whole idea of organic healthy foods, one can tend to think that business is all smooth until Anne Bogwa mentioned to us some of the challenges.
Organizing the supply chain, because a farmer, you have come and we talk and we agree that we have an organic farm, they have an organic farm somewhere. Our system is we normally go and visit these farms. We confirm that they're actually doing the right thing, the farming practices are good. They are certified by a qualified certifier, they are qualified and certified to be organic farmers for certain produce, a line of produce. So we confirm all that. And sometimes you find farmers, because of maybe they are depending entirely on rain-fed agriculture. It will come a point in the course of the year when their produce will dry up. We find that to be a challenge, because it forces us now to run helter-skelter looking for other farmers who may have water or who are in regions that are not that dry to give us a price. So that has been a major challenge. The other challenge, I think, are the challenges that any business of this nature would face in the city center. Harassment by city council every so often, and unnecessarily, if you ask me, because they'll come here and just harass people. Even when we seem to have taken care of everything, they'll still find a small mess and kind of throw us in total disarray.
Despite the challenges, achievements can always be counted.
Well, the biggest of them all is when somebody comes when they are in a problem, especially maybe they want to manage their weight or they're having a condition of acidity. I said before, we have a nutritionist in the house and she gives nutritional advice. When a client comes or a customer comes, they have a challenge, and after maybe doing a detox, after enjoying our meals and agreeing to use them to have the same practices, eating habits at home, you find after about 6 months or so, they come back and report their success and their improved health status, and they have preached the gospel to others. That really gives us a lot of satisfaction. So those are the things that I would say have we can count as successes. And also the fact that we are here and we have that kind of food available in the environment which we are living in today, where I'm told about 70% of the bed occupancy in most hospitals is from main cities. So I would say anybody wanting to take advantage, we have made it available. So I feel that is something we can say we are happy to be doing, to be of service to the community around us.
Coming to marketing, how does a restaurant like Bridges get its customers?
Basically, so far, by and large, we've been relying on the word of mouth. See, our space is not that big, so we rely on word of mouth. You come here, enjoy our produce, and you tell somebody else, or you are passing by, our location is okay because you're on the street and you find a restaurant and you get in. We've also recently embarked on social media, trying to sensitize people and tell them we are here. So we don't do very serious, I would not say we do any serious marketing. No, we don't, but our plan in the future, because we are expanding, we're just about to open another branch along Kauda Street. So we are planning now to sensitize people more. The other way we do it is, of course, we have the cookery classes. We have the meal plans, which are on social media, and people who have taken them. We have organic farm visit, which we advertise again on social media and among our clients, and we take them to organic farms. So through those interactions, we get people coming back.
Embracing organic foods could just be another day added to your life.
Cancer has become almost an epidemic, diabetes, heart disease, arthritis and other diseases that can be prevented. So it looks like it's just going on and on. So I would say it's time to take charge of your life, and only you can do it for yourself. So wake up and do something, and organic is not such a difficult thing to manage. Even in an apartment, you can still manage your own small sukuma wiki and vegetable in a way that it's clean. So imagine people who are living downstream Nairobi River and they are still farming, and that farm produce ends up in the cities. And so it's time to start taking charge, and also standing up to step out of your comfort zone, and come out and find out how this is all being done and where you can get it. Because if you look hard enough, it is there. We also have a basket system here, fresh vegetable baskets, which we sell on Wednesdays and Fridays. So they are available, and this is not the only market that is in Nairobi. There are many locations that have organic farmers market. So it's just a matter of the individual taking initiative, and especially the women, because that's who I focus on. Because women, we have so much power. As a man, you come and find food prepared. You do not know where it came from. The woman will prepare what she wants, and from where she wants to get it from. You have no power. Neither has your children. So the women have the power to make these changes, and they're the ones I would appeal to stand up and be counted, to take charge of what your family is eating, instead of sending your little ones to school with the basketfuls of all colored of juices and the snacks that have very dangerous chemicals in them. I mean, you are killing your child before you even start living. So let's also take charge and also be more, I would not say lazy, not be lazy, I mean be more proactive and take charge and decide on what would be best for your family. So that's what I would say. It's doable. Even if you don't get everything organic, at least there are alternatives that are better than the conventional food that is all over the place. And the easy way is not always the safest way. Fast food, running to fast food when the food is ready and you don't know how it's been prepared, may feel like it's the best alternative, but it's also a killer. So I'd say let's start taking charge.
For the Entrepreneur's Mind, I am Timothy Zawadi.